By now, some of the more perceptive of you may have noticed that I'm as big as a goddamn house. I try to ignore the fact that I'm so huge, but people don't let me forget. I was in this Holiday Inn one time. I'm walking down the corridor, and I get passed by this old couple. And not like anybody here. And not like this, okay? I mean, really old, you know? Like born as the earth cooled, old. Like had home movies of the Big Bang, old. And I guess the old lady was kind of hard of hearing, because after they walked past me, she says really loud, she says, "That's the biggest woman I ever saw." Well, I thought it was kind of funny at first, but then I get to thinking, you know, she's really old. She's seen a hell of a lot of women. And then there was this little tiny guy that I was working with, and he got kind of fixated on me, as they are wont to do. And the first time he sees me, he looks up and he says, "You're almost a giant." Well, I don't know about the rest of you women, but to come on like that really makes me moist. That's right, moist. I tell that joke for a couple of reasons. One, because I'm sick. But also because, you know, like all these birthday people, you're gonna go home tonight maybe, and tomorrow you'll be eating some birthday cake, you know, and then you'll hear somebody go, "Wow, this cake is so moist." And you'll think of me. I mean, it wasn't all bad, you know, growing up, being pretty much the biggest kid all my life, pretty much, yeah. Like I found out early on I could make myself disappear. I mean, when I was a kid, we'd be playing hide and go seek. The other kids would have to go hide. I didn't have to. I just turned to the side and say the magic words. "You'd better not fucking see me." So tell you a little bit more about me. I like my men like I like my coffee, gone when I'm finished. I want to donate a kidney to a midget. Because I think it'd be awesome to watch the doctors try to stuff it all inside. I fake orgasms sometimes when I masturbate. Well, I don't want to disappoint myself. I mean, because I try really hard. I mean, you know. It's not easy getting a woman my size off. I know some women that can just get off sitting on top of a washing machine. I have to straddle a cement truck. I mean, sure, I get encouragement. The driver jumps out, "Get off, get off." I say, I'm trying. More like I'm trying. Okay, so I have 3 kids. So at least 3 times in my life I was in an alcoholic blackout. I mean, I wasn't a good mom. I didn't have one of those bumper stickers that said, my kid's an honor student. My bumper sticker said, my kids went to school. I think, you know, I don't know. I showed them where it was, so. I gotta take some initiative, you know. And I put my oldest son up for adoption, which I'm kind of ashamed of, but let me tell you, it's really hard to get rid of a 30-year-old. I mean, they were cute when they were little, you know? When they go running upstairs to get their jammies, open the closet, I'd come jumping out. Social workers have no sense of humor, you know? So so I'm obviously older. I'm past the oh, she died so young stage. I'm kind of into the oh, she had a pretty good life. Yeah, she's okay. I'm about 10 years away from she's still alive. So so it's so I got a lot of stuff going with this aging thing. It really sucks because like I've been trying to lose weight, but when you get to be a certain age, you can lose the weight, but your skin doesn't give a shit. You know, it doesn't care. It stays the same size, you know, and you just wrinkled. And so now, and I'm not going home with anybody, so I can tell you this. So I got like this fold right across here, you know, it's kind of like, but on the plus side, that's where I keep my money when I go to Oakland. Because nobody's going in there. I got one of those step counters, you know, one of those things where you put on your belt to count your steps or whatever. And because I figured, you know, so one day I got it up to 21,743. Because I threw it in the dryer and let it rattle around in there for about 6 hours while I sat in the sofa eating Haagen-Dazs. Wiping the sweat from my brow. And there's a lot of fashion trends, you know, being older I don't participate in. Like here's a fashion tip. Don't bother to get your navel pierced if you got to hold up part of your stomach to show it off. It just chafes. 6 months you find a pearl. That was kind of gross. That was kind of, you know, that was, I feel bad. I hate myself for that joke. And then all these kids, you know, they're getting tattoos. I mean, when I was growing up, only the evil kids got tattoos, and certainly not the women. You know, but now everybody's getting them, and I thought, well, at my age, what can I do with a tattoo? And then it occurred to me, every time I get a varicose vein, all I got to do is get the head of a snake tattooed on one end of it. And all you ladies, you know, especially the young girls, if you're going to get a tattoo, let me give you a hint. Get a snake on your breast. That way it just gets longer and longer. You start off with a grass snake and you end up with an anaconda. And when you're really old, you can play with it, you know. Dee 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 dee. He will hit you with his tongue. So I'm kind of a Buddhist. I say kind of because they don't want me to tell anybody. But I meditate a lot. I mean, I meditate like an hour a day for years. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, that must not work. Well, you should have seen me before. Well, you couldn't have seen me before. They didn't allow visitors. Well, I'm going to close on this. I'll bail on my Buddhist thing. Meet me out back behind the alley. I do back alley comedy. I'll tell you that joke. I wanted to finish on this because, you know, when I go around to all these comedy clubs, most of them, well, at my age, everybody's younger than me, okay? But especially the young kids, and I have to relate to them my life experience, which is the aging process. So I wrote a rap. It's not very good rap, but I'm old and I'm white, so fuck you. I hate growing old a lot. My body is going to pot. I got wrinkles on my face that I can't erase and a worn out, dried up twat. I get no hump, no bump, just cellulite on my rump. My youth is passing really fast. I'm an over 50 frump. And you know this ain't bragging. My time of the month is lagging. I'm growing hair. What used to be bare, my tits are really sagging. I got a spine that's beginning to curl. Underarms like a flying squirrel. Can't get a date, don't have a mate, because I'm a cranky, wrinkly girl. And you know what's even sadder? I can't control my bladder. The time for Depends is near. Wrap plastic around my rear. I used to be brave, not afraid of the grave, and now a 3-hour movie I fear. My body runs hot and cold. My navel's hiding in a fold. My vagina's dry, got cottage cheese thighs. Hey, word, I'm getting old. Thanks a lot. I'm Rebecca Arthur.